Okay, so I owe you guys some serious quotes. The applause thing's going off. But anyways, so our business in life is not to get ahead of other people, but to get ahead of ourselves. That's Multi B Matlock. Hopefully, I'm saying that right. Next quote is: if you have an hour, will you not improve that hour instead of idling it away? It's like they're talking to me on that one. Lord Chesterfield: he who conquers others is strong. He who conquers himself is mighty. Love that. And that's by Lao Tzu. And then the most difficult thing in life is to know yourself. Come on, somebody. That's that last one hurts a little bit too. That's thick. So let's break these down because you got a few quotes, and hopefully, when I do the quotes videos, it's really just to like maybe just move at least one person, like somebody either just needs to hear some words of wisdom and not just coming from me because I'm not going to say I'm this wise guy, but these are quotes that I love to read, and I got thousands of them that I have on my computer that I read every single day, just to kind of keep me moving, man. Because sometimes it could just get difficult. Like right now, we're in this crazy election season, and so you know how that can be. So just keeping your mind inspired and motivated. So let's break this down. Our business in life is not to get ahead of other people, but to get ahead of ourselves. And what I love about that is focusing on making sure that I stay learning, like stay a student of the business. And I think a lot of people miss that is because we see what everybody else is doing, but we don't focus on taking care of ourselves. So I think how that applies to me is just like, what am I doing to get better? Like, what am I doing to get ahead of myself by studying, by taking care of my body, taking care of my mind? Because once you keep working on your craft and you get better at what you do, you're going to dominate yourself. It's like what I tell dealers that I work with: your biggest competitor is within the four walls of your dealership. It's inside, it's internal, and it's the same thing for our mind. It's all internal. Like we are our biggest competition. It's not anybody else that's doing something like what you're doing. No, it's you. You have to dominate yourself. If you have an hour, will you not improve that hour instead of idling it away? So this is where you could have something like this that can either help you or hurt us. Like, and I'm gonna be real. Like I've had times like where I pulled out my phone with the intention to do one thing, and then because of social media, Google, YouTube, next thing you know, I'm like, whoa, and now I'm on this, and I've spent an hour and a half doing nothing productive because I just got lost. Like you might have got on this video, but hopefully this turns into something productive, right? So I'm not saying that you got on here and you're wasting time. Hopefully this is productive because you're getting some inspiration, some quotes. But it is important that every single hour, there's once that Grant Cardone said this once, is to eliminate any white space on your calendar. And I try to do that myself. So I try to keep my calendar packed up with things that I need to do, meetings, Zoom, studying, so in that way there's no idle time, because they say idle time is the devil's playground, and I agree with that. He who conquers others is strong, but he who conquers himself is mighty. Not mighty. Not going to spend a lot of time on that because that goes back with the first quote. Make sure you're dominating, conquering yourself. That's the most important thing that we can do every day. And the most difficult thing in life is to know yourself. And so for me, what that means is sometimes we can kind of lie to ourselves. It's kind of like, so for me personally, if I have a bad habit, and it's a bad habit, but you kind of like lie to yourself and make it seem like everything's fine, or it's everything's good. It's not that big of a deal, but inside that it's not what you're supposed to be doing, or that you need to switch that habit to something else. That's where that applies for me. Like, know yourself, like know your weaknesses and know your strength. Don't try to make it sound like you're this awesome, excellent person all the time, but know that you have some weaknesses. We all have some faults, and so that's what I get with that one. Is like knowing myself is like writing down what I need to be working on each day, and I do it. I got my little composition notebook, and I write my goals, and I write my weaknesses and strengths down, and things that I need to improve. So hopefully these quotes were good for you. They were great for me. I needed it, and hopefully I'll have some more quotes for you guys here soon. So please like, subscribe, share. All right, take care. Appreciate you so much. Much love.